Welcome to another episode of Just Talk with Gabe. I'm here, but my sidekick has taken the day off. So, joining me to hold down the fort is my friend, actor, ambassador, and athlete, Connor D. So let's get started. Who do we have on today's show?
Today we have an amazing actress and person, Chloe Noelle.
And she's been on some awesome shows. I can't wait to hear all about her. But, before we get started, shout out to our sponsors, Fade Life Clothing and BCK Online.
Fade Life Clothing is a unique clothing line right out of Atlanta, Georgia, geared towards those who love intoxicating style.
And BCK Online is a digital online magazine that keeps you in the know and up to date on the lives of young entertainers, rising stars, parents, and more. And I'm glad they both joined us on our journey this season.
All right, go grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show, guys. Welcome to the show. We're glad that you could join us.
Hi.
We're glad you could join us for an episode of Just Talk with Gabe.
I'm very excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on. Our listeners want us to dive right in, so let's get into it. You have appeared in some awesome shows like True Blood, New Girl. So, how did you get started in the business?
I feel like my story is not super interesting because it all happened very naturally. It wasn't like one day I was awoken in the middle of the night and I'm like, I need to do this. I need to be an actress. No, I was doing professional theater, and theater is something that I've been doing for a long time. It's something I really enjoy. And I had a friend who had an agent and was trying to get into the acting business, not like theater acting, like professional acting. And she was like, oh, you should totally do this with me. You should try auditioning for commercials. She's like, I'll bring my agent one night and you can meet him and kind of talk about maybe setting up a meeting to see if he wants to represent you. And so that all happened, and we just kind of figured it out. We got signed with that agent, and I started going out for commercials, and then they were like, oh, well, maybe you should talk about getting a manager. We got a manager, then a theatrical agent, and it just kind of all happened then. I feel like it was all very natural. The ball just started rolling, and
Nice. All right. So out of all your roles, what has been the most relatable to you and why?
See, this one's a little tough because my role in New Girl was a really fun one because I got to do an Al Pacino impression, and I'm just gonna say it right now, I'm not doing one. Every time I talk about that role, everyone's like, "Oh, you should do the impression right now." And no, I'm sorry, that is one thing I won't do. That was left on the stage, on the set. It's not happening again. If you really want to hear it, you can go watch the clip of my performance there, because you're not hearing it now. But that one was really fun because I got to do a lot of silly impressions. And I mean, I feel like Connor can confirm this, that I love goofing around. And I love joking and doing silly voices. And so I think that one was probably I related to a lot. And she, my character, also was an actress, and she was going to Hollywood to become famous and stuff. And I feel like that is something we all can kind of relate to. So I have to say that that is probably the character that was the most like me.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I know that you're the type that when we all get together with our friends that we play, we're always joking around.
I'm always doing voices and characters, all the time.
But I also know that you are an artist, that you love to draw. Now, what is your favorite thing to draw? Do you love to draw original characters, or do you love to draw characters that other people have created?
Well, I'm really bad because I guess everyone makes OCs, and I try to make my OCs. I have OCs, but I never draw them. And so I'm really bad because I never draw my characters. I don't make tons of fan art. I guess I just draw random people. So I guess you could say those are original characters, but I like to draw a lot of people, and I mainly draw girls, and I really like different clothes and hairstyles. So I try to draw some stuff like that. Like I'm really inspired by like Japanese fashion, and that's something that I'm interested in drawing, but I definitely need to expand my horizons a little bit more.
I just draw stick figures. Yeah.
Well, stick figures are good. That's how you start.
Yeah.
I'm trying to draw. I just recently drew an Among Us meme thing.
Well, you're really good. You're really good. It just takes lots of practice. Drawing is very tough.
Yeah, it is.
Now, who or what like inspired you to draw or become an actress? Like, what inspired you?
The way I really started is my friend sent me a tutorial for like how to draw Rapunzel. It was like one of those like Disney how to draw videos. And I drew that and it was so bad. It was so bad. And so I'm like, you know what? This is really not good. I'm going to try again. And I drew it again and I saw that there was like a total improvement from the first time I drew it to the next time I drew it. And I was like, whoa. And that was it. It like was I had an awakening. I'm like, I need to be an artist. And I really just fell in love with it. And I saw a YouTuber, an artist by the name of Mark Crilly, and he really inspired me for like the beginning half of my kind of artistic journey. But someone that really inspires me right now is my boyfriend, Benjamin Stockham. He's a fantastic artist that is very like technically skilled, and he's a really good storyteller. And he really inspires me to kind of like go out of my comfort zone and draw things that, you know, maybe I wouldn't be super good at first, or that I'm not used to drawing, but you know, the kind of the mindset of like, you just need to practice. It's not going to be good the first time you draw it. You need to practice and keep going in order to improve. And so I would say that those are the main two people who really inspire me to create art.
Yeah, I feel like you and Ben both are the ones that inspired me to try drawing.
Thank you.
I feel like it's the most relaxing and therapeutic.
It is fun.
To do.
It can also be so extremely stressful.
Oh no, I know that.
Yeah.
When you can't get the right line every time.
Yes, yeah. I recently turned to digital drawing, which has made kind of those problems of like erasing over and over again a little bit easier.
Yeah, I gave up on drawing ages ago. Let's just get to the next question. Okay, so tell us about your most funniest moments on set.
Okay. Well, I would have to say that my funniest moment was probably when I was filming True Blood. I was supposed to be like pretend sleeping on a couch, but I think we had a call time of like 4 a.m. because we had to do a lot of other stuff.
Yikes.
And so I actually fell asleep. And they needed to move the camera from one side of the room to the other side of the room. Oh. And when you move the camera, not only do you have to move the camera, but you have to move the entire production crew to the other side of the room. And so they had to take out, I think, like a whole wall. And I just slept through all of it. I slept through all of it. And I woke up at the end of the day and I was like, oh, is it like, are they done with the scene? And my mom's like, no, you're done for the day. We can go home now. And so I would say that is probably my funniest moment, is because everyone just let me sleep. And I mean, I wasn't even really awake for it, but I think it's pretty funny.
That is actually kind of funny.
Yeah, that is funny. You slept through the entire day.
Yeah.
So what has been your favorite project to date?
That one is tough because I really love True Blood and I really love New Girl, but I would have to say that my favorite is probably a movie I was in called The Other, and it was a horror movie, and I think we might, chat about this in a bit, but I love Halloween and horror and scary movies. And so I was so excited because I got to be in a scary movie and I actually got to play like the monster, which was so much fun. I loved going through like the makeup and like we had to do all this like testing of like different makeup looks, different contacts. Like I had to do like molding for my teeth to get like fake teeth put in. Right. It was so much fun. And I have to say that like that whole process of becoming a monster was just awesome. I loved it.
I sometimes like to see those transformations of like seeing the normal person and
then
seeing the time lapse of them becoming the monster or something. Those are what I love to see.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I had to be in like makeup for like 3 hours every time we would film. But it was I loved seeing the process of like the makeup getting put on and like slowly transforming into a monster. It was really cool.
Yeah, that does sound kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but sitting there for 3 hours, that's like a long time.
I got to play games and like watch YouTube videos, so it was
so that didn't make it too bad.
Yeah, it didn't make it too bad at all.
Speaking of YouTube, I know that you have a YouTube channel called Chloe IRL.
Yeah.
So can you tell us what you love to post there, like what your content is?
Well, yeah, I love to post. I post a lot of videos with Knott's Berry Farm because I do kind of partner with them to bring videos about like what's happening in the park and what's like kind of going on or what's coming up. And so I post a lot about that. I also will post videos about my travels from my previous Japan trips. Sorry.
I love to go to Japan.
It is so much fun. I absolutely love Japan, and I'm very sad, obviously, with everything going on, that I won't be returning this year. But, you know, there's always next year.
Yeah.
And finally, like, the main thing that I post is videos about like Halloween and Halloween events. I have this whole series on my channel called the Halloween Spooktacular, which is basically 30 to 60 videos. It's either 30 or 60 depending on the year of Halloween videos every single day until Halloween, which is a lot. And I make a lot of videos about kind of like going to different Halloween events, different Halloween themed foods, whether it's like a pumpkin spice latte or candy corn flavored fudge or something like that. And I also do like some DIY videos about some simple decorations you can make and just like movie reviews. So I have to say that Halloween is a big, big part of my YouTube channel.
Man.
Yeah. I do like Halloween. I'm trying to like get into those scary stuff because last year I did go to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had some fun.
Yeah,
I loved seeing the scare actors just go up towards another person, scare them. I'm that guy in the background that's just yelling, "Get him, get him!"
Yeah, it's fun for people that are new to haunt and stuff like that. It can be fun to watch other people get scared, but not so fun to get scared yourself.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I can say that. That's true.
Yeah.
And so you said you were a berry blogger.
Yes.
So what is that like, and what's your favorite part of being a berry blogger?
Oh my gosh, it is so much fun. Well, I love Knott's Berry Farm, which, if you don't know, is a theme park in Boynton Park. It is fantastic. It is 100 years old, and it has so much history, and I love going through there. In fact, I was just there yesterday, and I love it so much because I've been going probably since I was about 12, and I've absolutely fallen in love with the park, and I was making YouTube videos about it, and then Knott's approached me asking if I wanted to join their Berry Blogger program, which is basically working with the PR team at Knott's to kind of bring news to people that are interested in the park or planning to go about like what's currently happening and what is coming up. We do behind the scenes stuff. We do a lot of fun stuff for their Halloween event, Scary Farm, where for like they have these haunted mazes, you can go through and see everything with the lights on and without the monsters. They're like analyze and interview kind of the maze designers to see like their process of like making the different attractions and events that are going on at the park. So there's so much to do. I have to say that my favorite part is probably going through to see the Scary Farm mazes with the lights on because, like I said, I love Scary Farm and I love getting to see all the fun little like details and Easter eggs because usually when the lights are off and, you know, you're getting scared, it's a little hard to like see all the little hidden Easter eggs, but you can see that stuff with the lights on.
I feel like that's the coolest thing, being able to see the mazes like before all the scare actors are actually in it, being able to analyze and see all the details. I think that's a really cool thing.
It is awesome.
I think I've been to Knott's Berry Farm like once, and I love.
I love.
You
Knott's
should
Berry
go
Farm.
back because it's really good. The park has grown so much over the past few years. They've added so many new events and like activities to do that it's really, really fun.
Yeah,
And
I'll
also,
go
if you
back.
don't really like roller coasters, they have rides that aren't that thrill, like that high of a thrill level.
And there's
So it's
also
perfect.
like so much to do. Like even if it's a very crowded day and like you don't really want to wait in line for coasters, there is so much to do that isn't rides. You could look through shops and there's so much to see. I just love it there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
it's
I'm
great.
tiny. I couldn't go on any of the roller coasters. Anyway, before we take our commercial break, our audience may not know this, but you are a gamer. So what is your favorite video game?
Oh, that is such a hard question because I have like my favorite of the week, my favorite of last week. Like, I would have to say that my favorite overall is probably Minecraft, just because I played it the longest.
Oh yeah, I love Minecraft.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's the game that really got me into gaming, and I just absolutely love it. But I also really love like ones I'm currently playing are Valorant, Overwatch, Among Us, because everyone's playing Among Us right
Among
now.
Us is great, all right?
It's so much fun. I'm
It's
planning
so
on playing it later today. And I also really like Fall Guys. So those are the ones that I'm kind of currently playing, my current favorites. But my all-time favorite would have to be Minecraft.
Yeah, for me, it would be Minecraft too.
I feel like Minecraft is the best game for like everyone because even if you're not a hardcore gamer, you can still play it and be able to relax and have a fun time. You don't have to go hardcore like in Overwatch or Valorant.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's the best overall game.
Yeah, it's super fun.
So on that note, we're going to take a bit of a commercial break. We'll be right back after this message. Welcome back to the show, everyone. And if you haven't downloaded the Anchor.fm app, do so now and start making your own podcast today. All right, guys, welcome back.
Woohoo!
All right, here comes the next round of questions.
All
right, Chloe, which do you prefer when you have to watch videos or stuff, YouTube or Netflix?
Okay, I feel like I'm kind of the oddball out here because I like never watch Netflix. I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know why, because I watch a lot of YouTube because I enjoy YouTubers. I really like commentary videos and stuff like that. So that's something I watch a lot of. But I do have to say that like I don't watch that much Netflix because I feel like when I like sit down to watch movies, it's either a horror movie or an animated movie. And that's like all I watch. And I'm not going to say that like Netflix is bad or anything, but Netflix does not have that many horror movies, or I've just seen them all. I think I've
they have that one movie that apparently is so scary that people have actually like had heart attacks after watching it.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
I forget what it was called. Yeah, apparently there was something like that. But if you really like horror movies, there's that Shudder one or whatever.
I haven't heard of that. All right, I'll have to check that out.
There's a whole horror movie service. Like you can watch all these horror movies.
I thought you meant like that was a movie on Netflix. Oh yeah, I've heard of that, and that sounds really interesting. That movie. Yeah, I'll check that out. Thank you for the recommendation.
Hey, Netflix, it has some good stuff, all right?
No, Netflix has good stuff, but I personally prefer like YouTube and Hulu are the main ones I go to.
All right. So, Chloe, if you could have one superpower for 24 hours, what would it be and why?
I think I would want to like have the power of shape-shifting just because I think that would be really cool.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
And not only like shape-shifting into different animals, but I think like shape-shifting has so much potential because I could just like be taller for a few hours.
Yeah.
Like I could just shape-shift into a taller version of myself. Or I could try on like a bunch of different hairstyles without any consequences. And then if you find one you really like you could do it. And I think that would be like so much fun is just to like oh, what would I look like if I was taller? Or what would I look like if I had blue eyes? Like, I think that would be a really fun power, and that's something I'd really like
I have
to have.
never heard anyone say that as an option.
No, I love it. I think it's super fun because I
That is
constantly
actually
want to
really
like
smart.
try out different things with my hair, but I don't want to like dye my hair blonde and then have it look awful and then, spend hours trying to fix it. No, I could just try it out for like a little bit.
That is true.
Yeah.
I teleport.
I would either go invisible or teleport.
Yeah, teleportation is so useful.
That could be
yeah,
useful.
but so is being
you
invisible.
Could just, like, be in another country so fast.
You could also, like, when you're invisible, you could also sneak into movies, see if you like one. You could also listen to see if people are talking about you behind your back.
Ooh.
It's so invisible during my school classes.
You can. You just turn off your camera. That's
it. Yeah. Okay. So, time travel or space exploration? Why?
I definitely would pick time travel just because, and I would probably pick time travel because I really badly would like to go back to moments in the past, which I feel like everyone picks time travel because they want to see the future. I want to go back and see like some of my favorite moments of my life and like kind of re-experience them. I think that would be super fun.
Yeah, I'd be the one that
I'd do the same.
And go to the future and then get trapped.
So, yeah, and you don't want to like, see yourself in the future and like, erase yourself, like all that time mess.
But if you also go in the back and like do anything, like even kill a small ant, that can change the future.
Yeah. This is true. That would be
so complicated.
Yeah, it is. So, what's the strangest question you've been asked as an actress, and how did you respond?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I have a very, very bad memory, so I really don't know.
Huh.
I'm trying to think if I've had any weird questions.
I don't think I've been asked any weird questions.
Yeah, nor have I.
No, I think a weird question I've been asked is like, oh, okay, so I did this Comedy Central special where I had to go to San Francisco and it was like I had to perform at the Fillmore with Kristen Shaw. That was really fun. We got to fly up to San Francisco and it was like so fancy because they drove us around. Like every time we would go somewhere, they would like drive us in this town car and I'm like, this is way fancier than I like deserve. But they asked me what snacks I wanted in my dressing room. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a famous person now. Like, that's it. Because they were like, whatever snacks you want, we'll go get them for you. And I was like, seriously? So I guess you could say that is a strange question I've been asked as an actress. It's kind of like, what snacks would you want? We can go get them for you. Because, like, I'm just one person. I don't need special snack deliveries.
Nah, you just ask for the entire supply from Target of candy.
I don't think I could eat all that, but, I was much younger, so I might have had – that would have been, like, way too much.
You would have tried.
Yeah.
So we were talking about how you love Halloween.
Yes.
But what is your favorite thing about Halloween? What makes you love it so much?
I've always grown up loving Halloween. I would decorate my grandpa's house with him every year. And I love like the smell of like pumpkin spice and all that stuff. I just have a lot of good memories of my childhood surrounded focused by Halloween. And I think that was something that made it so special for me because my birthday was always kind of near Halloween. My birthday's in like September. And so we would always have like fun Halloween parties. And it was just something I grew up loving. And I think it just kind of continued on. And now I've found like haunts and stuff. And, I can enjoy horror movies. And it's just something I really love. And it's such a big part of my life now that I could never give up Halloween.
I feel that. I'm like you where I love all those scary movies. Like I could watch them forever.
Yeah, they're really good.
I just like
here's the
yeah.
Here's the real question.
I'm the weird one here.
Now, Chloe, do you prefer to stay inside and watch scary movies, or would you prefer to go to like the Halloween events like Halloween Horror Nights or Knott's Scary Farm?
Without a doubt, the Halloween events. The Halloween events, I love it. I'm telling you, I get the season pass for Scary Farm, and I think, well, obviously not this year because things are a little different, but in the past, I would go at least once every single week of the event being open. That was the minimum. Usually we would go between 2 to 3 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah, we love it. Because usually what my mom and I would do, because we film videos, we would film a lot of videos in the Orange County area and say we're going to a haunt at like 10 p.m. Well, we're done by like 10:30. We're like, okay, we'll just go to Scary Farm and stay till 2 and like go hang out. And when you have the season pass, you can just kind of walk around and like you don't have to go in mazes every single time. We go see the shows and stuff. And so I really enjoy those events and that environment. And so while scary movies are good, I watch those during the day and then I go to the scary events after at night.
Yeah, that's like me with Disney because I have a season pass for Disney. So when I'm ever in the area, I'm just like, my mom always wants to know, do you want to just go? I'm like, sure. They have good food.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I want to get to Disney. I want to go to those parks so bad.
I know.
Disney's just like the place where you want to get away from the world and just relax.
Yes and no, because like Disney is very relaxing if you're like in a little quiet spot by yourself, if you're on a ride, but it's also so crowded all the time, and it's
I don't really mind. Yeah, I don't really mind the crowd.
It can be fun sometimes, but I'm telling you, when you're trying to like get back to your seat in time for like World of Color and there's nowhere to sit, it gets stressful.
I'm gonna try to go to Scary Farm next year.
You should. You definitely should.
I'm gonna be 18 next. Oh God, I'm not ready.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite questions. If you could only take 5 things to a desert island, what would they be?
I feel like my question's boring because I'm trying to think of like being practical because I'm like, oh, I would want food, water, and shelter.
Right.
But that's only 3 things. So then I think I would take my puppies because I love them so much. I have 3 little doggies and they are just the greatest. And then I would probably take a sketchbook because you want something to do and then I can hang out with my dogs and I'd be comfortable. Like, I think that would be the best choice for me.
It's all fun and games until they're all barking and then you're just there.
Yeah, this is true.
I'd just take a helicopter, some fuel, and a year subscription of Netflix and just fly away.
Yeah. So, what's the one thing that you have on your plate and why?
You mean like food?
Yeah, food. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant like a obligation or like something I have to do.
No.
Well, okay. I love popcorn so much. So much. I get that's like not like it's more of a snack. Like you wouldn't really have it on your plate. But I absolutely love popcorn. I also have a really big sweet tooth, so any kind of candy whatsoever.
I just eat Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts are really good. I
haven't had Pop-Tarts in so long.
Yeah, they're
good.
The s'mores ones are so good.
I prefer the brown sugar. Those are my favorites.
I like blueberry.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, they are.
Now, because I know it's really tough to balance everything out. Chloe, how do you balance your day with like school and work and everything else? Like, how do you balance it?
I'm still trying to figure out that question myself. Well, this semester has been a lot quieter. Life now has been easier and there's been a lot less to do. So it's made it very easy, but at the same time, professors and like teachers are realizing, there's not as much going on. We can give you more schoolwork, which is something I haven't been too happy about.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with it either.
I don't know. That's a very tough question because I have been not productive at all. I've been not productive at all. Usually what happens is I wake up, I try to get like a few hours of schoolwork done, but then I end up being like, oh, well, I'll take a break and I'll just like play a few rounds of a game. And then I play games for a couple of hours. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second, it's Friday.
It's just like with TikTok.
Schoolwork. Yeah.
One
yeah,
TikTok,
and then I go on TikTok for a good amount of time, and I don't really want to share how long, but it's tough. It's really tough. But I guess the one tip I would recommend is having a planner and making a schedule. That is the only thing that has kept me going this like entire quarantine, is planning out everything I need to do in a day and like really holding myself accountable to it. And I guess, things are a lot different right now. So as long as you're getting what you need to get done finished, like it doesn't matter if you scroll on TikTok for a few hours, as long as it's done by the end of the day,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I know I'm the type of night I'll just like, it's only 10:30. I'll watch a couple TikToks. I look at my watch, it's already midnight.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I gotta get up early. This is not good.
Yep, that's kind of what happened last night. It was like 11:30, 12, and I was like, okay, I should start getting ready for bed. And then I'm like, I'm in bed, and I'm like, oh, I should just like watch a few more before I go to bed. And then, anyway, long story short, I went to bed by like 2:30 last night. So
everything's fun until the TikTok nation attacks.
It's true. It's true.
Now, I know we all cannot wait for this quarantine to end.
Yes.
So, Chloe, what can you not wait to do when quarantine ends? Like, what is something that you want to do right after it ends?
All right. Well, I feel like I have a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but I will say that a lot of gamers have like thrived during this quarantine. Oh my gosh. Wrong. I have been playing so many video games, and I feel bad because like not too much has changed. Like Halloween has been very different because I'd usually be out every night in October, and now it's like that's not the case at all.
Yeah.
So that is something that's a little sad. But I have a lot of like indoor hobbies. Like I play video games, I draw, like I spend my time like inside usually. And I have a lot of my friends like live a little bit further from me, so it's not like we're hanging out every day at school. So not too much has changed for me, but probably go to Knott's Berry Farm and go on rides. I miss it so much. I miss going on roller coasters.
Like I heard that the Six Flags by me is open, but they are taking reservation only, and I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, I know. It's tough though to think because like, things have gotten a little bit better in our state, but then it's like, gosh,
do you
like,
want to risk it?
Do you want to risk it for some roller coasters? Like, I mean, roller coasters are fun.
One ride. It was that one ride that I wanted to ride, and I still haven't gone on it.
Which one was it?
It's that new racing one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that's what I want.
We'll do it when this is all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just went to Chipotle and then I'm going back home.
Oh my!
I don't leave my house anyway.
Yeah,
Chipotle.
I kind of agree. I'd like to go get Boba, my favorite Boba shop. So Knott's Berry Farm and Boba are my two.
Knott's Berry Farm and Boba.
Chloe, who would play you in the story of your life?
Oh gosh, you see, I am a horrible actress because I do not know the names of like anyone in Hollywood.
No, that's me. That's me.
So whenever anyone asks me who my favorite actor is, I'm always like, I mean, like that one guy from that one movie is good. Like I am very bad about that. I don't know a ton of actors, and I don't know a ton of actors who look like me. Probably me. I'm an actor that looks like me. But
I won't play myself.
Yes.
I mean, I do know myself better than anyone else would.
You're right.
I feel like someone that could play me, except she's a little old, but someone that could play me is Nancy from Stranger Things. Kind of. I don't know. That was the first answer off the top of my head. Like I said, I don't know a lot of actors, so
I only know really the actors from Star Wars. So if they say, "What's your favorite actor?" I just immediately.
Oh gosh, what's his name?
My defense mechanism is just saying Harrison Ford.
I want. Oh gosh, Obi-Wan Kenobi from the prequel.
Oh, Ewan.
Yes, Ewan McGregor. I want him to play me. I feel like
I probably said his name wrong.
I think he'd do a fantastic job of capturing me as a character, and I'd like him to play me.
I don't know how to say his name right. I don't know.
Ewan McGregor, because my dad has a friend by the same name.
Okay.
Yeah.
In addition to all you have going on, what's next for you?
I'm not sure. I'm taking it because everything is really changed because of what's happening right now in quarantine and all that stuff. Everything is a lot different. But I would say that I'm just continuing to go to college and starting to pursue my career. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing is I'm going to school, and that's all I got going on. And of course working with Knott and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that. There's even though there's self-tapes going on, there isn't a lot of filming going on anyway.
Yeah, no, there isn't.
It's crazy.
And it's scary because it's hard because you get auditions sometimes for stuff, and it's like you would have to fly to a different state, and we might be doing corona virus protection, but who knows? And I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I want to do that because as fun as acting is, I don't want to put myself at risk for it.
I'm not getting sick.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Now, Chloe, what is one thing that you would want the audience to know about you that they may not already know?
Something I would want them to know about me is that trying to think. I would say probably I'm just a normal kid. I'm just a normal girl. But no, I do say that is something that is really weird when you're an actor and you make friends. Connor will confirm this, that when I make new friends, I try to keep it a secret that I've done acting and stuff.
I can confirm this is
because
true.
When you tell someone you're an actor, they immediately go, "Oh my gosh, well you're famous and don't forget me when you get famous." And I'm like, no.
Or, oh my God, what have you been in? What have I seen you in?
Let me go look you up. Let me go and I'm like, no, don't.
I just refuse to tell him my acting name. I'm just you need to find it yourself.
Yeah. But that is something I would say is actors are just like everyone else. Like me, I might do acting and stuff, but I go home, I play video games, I have fun, I watch YouTube, I watch scary movies. And so I think that's something that's really fun to keep in mind is that actors, they go home to their houses. I mean, there are super famous actors that go home to their mansions. I do not live in a mansion, but
I live in a hobbit hole.
I think it's cool, to just remind people that actors are normal, everyday people that have their weird little hobbies and interests, and
We're all the same. That's what everyone needs to know. Now, Chloe, what is one piece of advice for kids who want to get into the industry? What kind of advice would you give them?
Be prepared for so much rejection.
Yeah.
And try to learn how to deal with it and accepting the fact that it might not always be something you did. If you don't get a role, it's not because you messed up or they absolutely hated you. It might be because, the director always pictured someone with blue eyes and you have brown eyes.
Right.
It could be something totally out of your control.
It's not against you
exactly.
if you don't get the part.
And so you have to think that in this world, it's different from something maybe sports where most of the time, not all of the time, but people advance because of their technique and skill. Acting is not like that. It's a lot of luck. I mean, yes, skill does play into it slightly, but it is a lot of just who was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of it. So you can't let it affect you, because if you do, it'll be so hard to just continue to enjoy acting.
I can't tell you how many times I would be like between a couple people for a role, and they would choose someone who doesn't look anything like me.
Yep.
I have been there before. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like I have blonde hair, and they'll choose someone who has way longer hair, and it's just black as night.
Well, I remember a big part of acting in commercials is like there would be this kind of like urban legend, I guess, that, you know, casting directors just loved redheads, and redheads would constantly.
I heard that one.
Yeah,
Never heard that one.
And oh, it is so true, because like if you're in a casting office for a commercial and a redhead walks in, everyone's just like, well,
they start walking out.
All right. Well, it was fun. It was, you know, I'm glad I tried, but
you know, it was nice to waste the gas to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Chloe, where can people find you on social media?
They can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm not as active on my Twitter and Facebook. I will say that if you really want to find me, you should look on Instagram and YouTube. My Instagram is Chloe Noelle 910 CHLL. Well, if I could spell my name, that'd be great. CHLOENOELLE. See, I was looking at my own name on the little recording thing, and I saw the 2 L's in my last name, so I'm like, oh. But it's Chloe Noelle 910, and then my YouTube channel, Chloe IRL, like in real life.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I know
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
You too.
Bye. Did you guys enjoy the show? You know, we had a blast. Thanks to Connor for pitching in as my co-host, and thanks to Chloe Noelle for joining us. Tune in next time, and I'm out. Peace.
and